Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope all of you are doing well. So, you all are at your home. How do you spend your time at your home? You may be playing, you may be eating your favorite dishes, you can go outside with your family, you can go wherever you want. So, you are very free nowadays. You're having so much of freedom. Can you just imagine if you are not given this freedom and you are not allowed to do all these things? Can you imagine such a situation? If you are not allowed to play, what will you feel, children? You'll be sad. If you are not allowed to go outside, what will you feel, children? You'll feel sad. You'll be very unhappy. If you are not allowed to eat your favorite dishes, what will happen, children? You will feel very sad, isn't it? So, once upon a time in India, we had the same situation. People were not allowed to do whatever they wanted. They were ruled by the British government. They were not allowed to do anything they wanted. Some of our Indian leaders decided to save our country and our people from these problems. They decided to save our country from the British people. The leaders were Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, and so many other leaders were also there. They all fought for our country's freedom. They all wanted to make our country and our people free from these British people. As a result of our freedom fighters' work, we became independent on 15th August 1947. So, when did we become independent? We became independent on 15th August 1947. Repeat it, children. We became independent on 15th August 1947. Today, we are going to learn about an incident that happened in Dr. Rajendra Prasad's life. We are going to learn a short story. Now, I'll read the story for you, children.
The famous villager Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the first president of India. He was a man of great intelligence, but he led a simple life. He paid little attention to his appearance and was shy in nature. He was dark and skinny with a thick moustache. Dr. Prasad was well known as a national leader much before India became independent. Once he had to travel by train to a remote town. It was 8 o'clock in the night when he got off at the station. He was wearing a cotton dhoti, kurta, and a Gandhi cap. In this dress, he looked like an ordinary villager. The platform was deserted. Dr. Prasad lodged his rolled quilt in the crook of his arm and walked to the station master's office. With great politeness, he asked the station master, "Could I make a telephone call? It's an important matter." The station master gazed at him for a while. He thought the man in front of him was a mere villager. "Want to make a call? Who do you think you are?" Dr. Prasad wanted to introduce himself. Rajendra Prasad, Congress. Before he could finish, the station master interrupted. "No, no, Rajendra Prasad is not going to be here tonight. You may go now." He did not allow Dr. Prasad to make his call. Dr. Prasad was so shy that he could not tell the station master that he was speaking to Rajendra Prasad himself. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was one of the main leaders of the Indian independence struggle. In 1942, he participated in the Quit India movement against the British rulers of our country. The British arrested him and put him in prison for 3 years. While in jail, he wrote his autobiography, which was 900 pages long. India got freedom from the British in 1947. On 26 January 1950, Dr. Prasad became the first president of the country. He served as president for 12 years. He was awarded Bharat Ratna, India's highest honor, in 1962. His life teaches us the value of simplicity.
Now, I'll explain the chapter for you. So, the name of our chapter is The Famous Villager. The Famous Villager. Can you see this, children? The Famous Villager. The name of our chapter is The Famous Villager. We are going to learn the story. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the first president of India. He was a man of great intelligence, but he led a simple life. So, we are learning the story of Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Who was Dr. Rajendra Prasad? Can you tell me who was Dr. Rajendra Prasad? Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the first president of India. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the first president of India. First president of India. So, who is Dr. Rajendra Prasad, children? Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the first president of India. Can you tell me who is the current president of India? Who is our current president of India? Our current president of India is Ramnath Kovind. Who is our current president of India? Dr. Ramnath Kovind. He is the 14th president of India. He is the 14th president of India. So we are going to learn a story of Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Now listen carefully, children. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the first president of India. He was a man of great intelligence. He was a man of great intelligence. What is the meaning of intelligence? Intelligence. Intelligence means the ability to learn, understand, and put the knowledge into practice. What is the meaning of intelligence? Intelligence. Intelligence means the ability to learn, understand, the ability to learn, understand, and put the knowledge into practice. So what is the meaning of intelligence? Intelligence means the ability to learn, understand, and put the knowledge into practice. So Dr. Rajendra Prasad was a man of intelligence. He was very intelligent. He knew how to learn, how to understand, and how to put the knowledge into practice. He was very intelligent. He paid little attention to his appearance. Even though he was a very intelligent man, he led a very simple life. He paid little attention to his appearance and was shy in nature. So, we learned that Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the first president of India. He was very intelligent, but he led a very simple life. Then what we learned? He paid a very little attention to his appearance. What is the meaning of appearance? Appearance. Appearance means the way one looks. What is the meaning of appearance? Appearance means the way one looks. Dr. Rajendra Prasad paid a little attention to his appearance. So he was not very bothered about his dressings and all. He was least bothered about his appearance. And what is the meaning of appearance, children? The way one looks. Okay, so he paid a little attention to his appearance and was shy in nature. What is the meaning of shy? Shy means feel scared when you are around other people. So what is the meaning of shy? Shy means feel scared when you are around other people. What is the meaning of shy? Shy means feel scared when you are around other people. So Dr. Rajendra Prasad paid a little attention to his appearance. He paid a very little attention to his looks and he was shy. He was scared when he is around other people. He was dark and skinny with a thick mustache. He was dark and skinny. So he had a dark complexion. His color was dark and skinny. What is the meaning of skinny? Skinny. Skinny means very thin. So he was dark and skinny. He was not so fair. His color was dark and he was very thin. He was not fat. He was very thin. So we learned about the appearance of Dr. Rajendra Prasad. He was dark and skinny with a thick mustache. He had a thick mustache. So we'll read that once again. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the first president of India. He was a man of intelligence. He was intelligent, but he led a very simple life. He is the president of India, but he don't think that he need to lead a cozy life. He led a very simple life. He paid little attention to his appearance. He was not so bothered about his dressings and looks. He was shy in nature. What is the meaning of shy? Feel scared when you are around other people. So he felt scared when he was around other people. He was dark and skinny with a thick mustache. Did you understand, children? Now you can imagine how Dr. Rajendra Prasad looks. Did you understand? Now listen carefully. Dr. Prasad was well known as a national leader much before India became independent. So he was also a national leader. Once he had to travel by train to a remote town. So he was a national leader. So he had to travel a lot. He had to travel in and around the country. Once he had to travel by train to a remote town. One day he had to travel to a remote town and he had to travel in the train. Remote town. What is the meaning of remote town? Remote town means far away. Remote means far away. Far away. What is the meaning of remote? Far away. So, one day he had to travel to a far away place and he was going to travel in a train. It was 8 o'clock in the night when he got off at the station. So, we already learned that Dr. Prasad had to travel to a far away town and he was traveling by the train. So, he left the train and he reached the railway station at 8 o'clock in the night. He was wearing a cotton dhoti, kurta and a Gandhi cap. So, what all things he wore? He was wearing a cotton dhoti, a kurta and a Gandhi cap. In this dress, he looked like an ordinary villager. So, we have already learned that Dr. Prasad paid very little attention to his dressing. He didn't wear any stylish dresses. Instead, he wore a cotton dhoti, kurta and a Gandhi cap. In this dress, he looked like an ordinary villager. So, this is the dress of an ordinary villager. In this dress, Dr. Prasad also looks like an ordinary villager. The platform was deserted. What is the meaning of deserted? Deserted. Deserted. What is the meaning of deserted, children? Deserted means without people. Without people. Without people. So, when Dr. Prasad reached the railway station, the station was deserted. There were no people. Deserted means without people. So, when he reached the railway station, there were no people. The railway station was deserted. Dr. Prasad lodged his rolled quilt in the crook of his arm and walked to the station master's office. So he reached the platform and there were no people in the platform. The platform was deserted. The platform was without people. Nobody was there. Dr. Prasad lodged his rolled quilt. What is the meaning of lodged? Lodged means fixed. Dr. Prasad lodged his rolled quilt. What is the meaning of quilt? Quilt means a thick and warm, a thick and warm bed cover. A thick and warm bed cover. So, Dr. Prasad lodged his rolled quilt. What is the meaning of quilt? A thick and warm bed cover. So, he had a thick, warm bed cover with him. He rolled it and kept on the crook of his arms. Crook of his arms. What is the meaning of crook of the arm? Crook of the arm. Crook of the arm means the bend in the arm. The bend in the arm. So, we learned that Dr. Prasad lodged his rolled quilt in the crook of the arm. That means he was holding that rolled bed cover in the bend of his arm. So, you can see this picture. Now look this picture, children. Can you see this? Dr. Prasad is holding the rolled quilt in the bend of his arm. Have you seen the picture? Did you understand, children? So Dr. Prasad rolled that quilt and he fixed it in the bend in his hand. So we learned that Dr. Prasad rolled that quilt and he kept it in the bend of his hand. Then he walked to the station master's office. Do you know who is the station master? Station master. Look this, children. Station master. Who is the station master? Station master is the official in charge of a railway station. Charge of a railway station. So, who's the station master? Station master is the official in charge of a railway station. So, he is the person who controls everything in the railway station. He is in charge of a railway station. So, Dr. Prasad walked to the station master. With great politeness, he asked the station master, "Could I make a telephone call? It's an important matter." So, he went to the station master and he asked to the station master with great politeness. What is the meaning of politeness? See this, children. Politeness. Politeness. What is the meaning of politeness? Politeness means respect and consideration for other people. Respect and consideration for other people. So, Dr. Prasad walked to the station master and he respected him with great politeness. Rajendra Prasad asked the station master, "Could I make a telephone call? Please, could I make a telephone call?" That means, can I call somebody from this telephone? It's an important matter. He is telling to the station master, "Could I make a telephone call? It is an important matter." The station master gazed at him for a while. What is the meaning of gazed? Gazed means looked steadily. What is the meaning of gazed? Gazed means looked steadily. So, the station master gazed at him for a while. The station master looked at Dr. Rajendra Prasad. He thought the man in front of him was a mere villager. So, the station master thought that the man in front of him, who was the man in front of that station master? Dr. Rajendra Prasad. So, the station master thought the man in front of him was a mere villager because his appearance was like that. He was wearing a cotton dhoti, kurta and a Gandhi cap. By seeing this appearance, the station master thought that this man is a villager. Did you understand, children? So the station master gazed at him. "Want to make a call?" The station master is asking Rajendra Prasad. "Want to make a call? Who do you think you are?" So he is asking Dr. Rajendra Prasad, "Who do you think you are? You want to make a call?" Rajendra Prasad asked the station master with great politeness, "Could I make a phone call, please?" But he is rude to Dr. Prasad. The station master is rude towards Dr. Prasad and he is asking, "Want to make a call? Who do you think you are? He's getting angry. Dr. Prasad wanted to introduce himself. He wanted to tell that I'm Dr. Rajendra Prasad, I'm the President of India. He started to introduce himself. Rajendra Prasad, Congress. Before he could finish, the station master interrupted. So the station master asked Dr. Rajendra Prasad, who are you? Do you want to make a call? Who do you think you are? He started to get angry with him. By that time, Dr. Prasad started to introduce himself. He told that Rajendra Prasad, Congress. He started to speak. Suddenly, the station master interrupted. What is the meaning of interrupted? Interrupted. Interrupted. What is the meaning of interrupted? Interrupted means stopped someone, stopped someone, stopped someone from speaking, from speaking. So, Dr. Rajendra Prasad started to introduce himself, but the station master interrupted. He stopped Dr. Rajendra Prasad from talking and he told, no, Rajendra Prasad is not going to be here tonight. You may go now. So he thought that this man is a villager and the station master told that, no, Dr. Rajendra Prasad won't come here. He won't come here tonight. You may go now. You can go. He did not allow Dr. Prasad to make his call. The station master didn't allow Dr. Rajendra Prasad to make that phone call. Dr. Prasad was so shy that he could not tell the station master that he was speaking to Rajendra Prasad himself. Actually, Dr. Rajendra Prasad wanted to tell that station master, I am Dr. Rajendra Prasad, I am the President of India. But he was very shy and he could not tell the station master that the station master was speaking to Dr. Rajendra Prasad himself. Did you understand, children? Dr. Rajendra Prasad was one of the main leaders of Indian independence struggle. So, do you know who is Dr. Rajendra Prasad? We learned that Dr. Rajendra Prasad is the President of India. He is the first President of India. He was one of the main leaders of Indian independence. So he was one of the main leaders of Indian independence struggle. In 1942, he participated in Quit India movement. In 1942, he participated in the Quit India movement. Do you know what is Quit India movement? Quit India movement was a protest that was conducted by Mahatma Gandhi. Do you know who is Mahatma Gandhi? Mahatma Gandhi is the father of our nation. He is the father of our nation. So in 1942, Mahatma Gandhi conducted Quit India movement, and in this Quit India movement, he demanded the Britishers to go away from India. He asked the Britishers to go away from India and he wanted all of us to be free from the British rulers. So what is Quit India movement, children? Quit India movement was a protest conducted by Mahatma Gandhi, and in this protest Mahatma Gandhi asked the British rulers to leave us free and go away from India. So Dr. Rajendra Prasad also participated in the Quit India movement. He participated in Quit India movement in 1942 and it was against the British rulers of our country. We wanted the British rulers to go away from India. The British arrested him and put him in prison for 3 years. So, Dr. Rajendra Prasad was arrested by the police and he was put in the prison for 3 years. He was put in the prison for 3 years. Prison means jail. He was put in the jail for 3 years. While in jail, when he was in jail, his autobiography, which was 900 pages long, was written. So he wrote his autobiography when he was in jail, and his autobiography was 900 pages long. It was a big autobiography. Do you know what is autobiography? Look here, children. Autobiography. Autobiography. What is the meaning of autobiography? Autobiography is the story of a person's life, Autobiography is the story of a person's life written by the person himself or herself. So, what is autobiography? Autobiography is the story of a person's life written by the person himself or herself. If a person is writing his own story or her own story, that is called autobiography. Did you understand, children? So, when Dr. Rajendra Prasad participated in Quit India movement, the police officers arrested him and put him in the jail. When he was in the jail, what happened? He wrote his autobiography. He wrote his own story, and that was 900 pages long. That was a big autobiography. India got freedom from the British in 1947. So, in the beginning of our story, I told you that we, the Indians, we became free from the British people in 1947. So, when did we become free from the British people? We became free in 1947. On 26 January 1950, Dr. Prasad became the first president of India. So, when did Dr. Prasad become the first president of the country? Dr. Prasad became the first president of India on 26 January 1950. Did you understand, children? He served as president for 12 years. He served our country as the president of India for 12 years. He awarded Bharat Ratna, India's highest honor. He was also awarded Bharat Ratna. He got an award, and what is the name of that award? Bharat Ratna. Do you know what is Bharat Ratna? Bharat Ratna is India's highest honor. What is the meaning of honor? H-O-N-O-U-R. How can we pronounce this word, children? Honor. This is not honor. H is silent here. We can read this word honor. So what is Bharat Ratna? It is the highest honor in India. It is the highest honor in India. And what is the meaning of honor? Honor means award. Honor means award. So, he got Bharat Ratna. That is the highest honor. That is the highest award in India. And it was in 1962. So, he got India's highest honor, that is Bharat Ratna, in 1962. His life teaches us the value of simplicity. So his life, Dr. Rajendra Prasad's life, teaches us the importance of, the value of simplicity. In the beginning of our story, we learned that he led a very simple life. He is the President of India, but he is leading a very simple life. Do you remember in the beginning of the story, we learned that. So, we learned the story of Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Who was Rajendra Prasad? He was the first President of India. Did you understand, children? Did you like the story? Now, we are going to do the comprehension part. See this, children. Choose the correct answer. Which of the following is true? So, we have to find out the true statement from these three sentences. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was careful about his looks. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was careful about his looks. Can you tell me whether the statement is true or false? The statement is false because Dr. Rajendra Prasad was not careful about his looks. Now see the second one. Dr. Prasad would talk to everyone and make friends easily. Is this statement true or false? The statement is false because Dr. Prasad was very shy. Now see the next one. Dr. Prasad led a simple life. Is this statement correct, children? Yes, the statement is true. He led a simple life. So we'll tick this. Now see the second question. When Dr. Prasad got off at the station, he was wearing a cotton dhoti and a woolen jacket, a shirt and a pair of trousers, a cotton dhoti, kurta and a Gandhi cap. Which was his dress, children? He was wearing a cotton dhoti, kurta and a Gandhi cap. So, we'll tick this. Now, we'll see the next one. The station master did not allow Dr. Prasad to make the telephone call because the phone at his office was out of order. The phone could not be used at night. He thought Dr. Prasad was a villager and did not take him seriously. Which is the answer, children? The station master did not allow Dr. Prasad to make the telephone call because he thought Dr. Prasad was a villager and did not take him seriously. So we learned that the station master thought Dr. Prasad is a villager. So we'll tick this. Now we'll read all these sentences once again. Which of the following is true? Dr. Prasad led a simple life. When Dr. Prasad got off at the station, he was wearing a cotton dhoti, kurta and a Gandhi cap. The station master did not allow Dr. Prasad to make the telephone call because he thought Dr. Prasad was a villager and did not take him seriously. Did you understand, children? Now you have a homework. See this. Answer these questions. We have 4 questions here. I'll give you all the answers of these questions. You have to write it in your notebook. Also, write all the meanings in your notebook. Did you understand, children? So, you have to do this homework. Once you do the homework, take a photograph and upload it in school WhatsApp group. See you in next class. Thank you, children.
Purnodaya Vidyaniketan